Dobar večer, dobar svima. Hi Moreno.
Hi.
Hey, I will introduce you in Croatian just in case somebody doesn't understand, but also to be clear that today's interview is going to be in English. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. We speak very good English.
Yeah. Dobar večer, dobar dan svima. Kotač TV, World Trance Report. Danas smo na drugom intervju sa producentom i muzičarom Master Margheritom, koji, evo, ukratko ću ga malo samo prezentirati. Već ste mogli pročitati u najavi, ali eto, već kad smo tu. Čovjek je na sceni preko 30 godina, producira Chillout i downtempo muziku, a isto tako je i muzičar, tako da sa svojom muzikom je uspio postići to da putuje po svijetu, da svira na velikim festivalima, tako da ima jako bogato iskustvo širom planete. Isto tako pričat će nam o tome kako sad u ovim vremenima funkcionira i zasigurno ćemo moći od njega i nešto i naučiti, pošto ko što će vam on ispričati, on je već na band kampovima, na streamovima i izdaje stvari sam za sebe, tako da ajmo vidjeti što nam kaže Mr. Moreno. I isto tako, evo, sad se prebacimo na engleski jezik, tako da žao mi je za one koji ne znaju, ali mislim da to već danas bi svi mogli neke osnove engleskog znati, kao što znam ja, a ne pričam savršeno, a niti Moreno, tako da sa našim pidgin Englishom sigurno ćete svi razumjeti o čemu se radi. Hey Moreno, I'm on English now.
Yeah, in pidgin.
I'm in pidgin now.
Hello everyone from Facebook stream. I don't know what is this. We are on Facebook, no?
Yeah, we are on Facebook stream.
Somebody can confirm on some kind of chat. So if I'm going to the link that I got before, I should be able to see a chat room or something.
I think you can see a video, two of us chatting now. That's something, yeah. And then people can comment. People can comment down while we are chatting.
Yeah.
You see
the box. I don't know. Let me click on this. I don't know where I'm gonna leave.
Go on Club Kotač site.
I'm learning how to use. Yeah, look at me, man! Wow.
We can wave each other. Hey, Moreno.
Yeah, yeah, I can do feedbacks. And the chat, I don't know where it is, but see, yeah, okay.
Just to be
for the info.
Hey, just to be immediately right to the topic, I wanted to ask you something. You are a bass player.
Yes.
So, bass player conspiracy exists?
No.
No, okay.
You're not gonna have my support on that one.
No, because I'm trying to make a new conspiracy in the world about bass players taking over. But okay, you didn't support me.
No, I didn't. But I see your face to time.
I see your album, your LP here also. Okay, that's Border 50.
Yes.
Is Border 50 only LP that you published, or it's or you have some more LPs that I could collect from you?
My name under Master Margherita is the only one.
The only one.
I did on vinyl. The first album that I released was with a band, a progressive rock band, in '88, and that was vinyl and cassette. There was no CD in '88 in Switzerland.
What was the name of this progressive rock band?
My God, let's change subject.
Okay.
Let's talk about something else, man.
Anyway, we were talking before. You've been guest in Pula. You've been playing on a Future Nature Festival. This is where we met also, and then second time.
I was quite resident for some years in festival in Croatia in general.
Yes.
In psychedelic festival.
Yes, you've been on Modem as well. You've been on.
I've been, I did Modem. I went to Pula. What was the name in Pula? I forgot.
Future Nature it was.
Future Nature.
Yes.
And I went also to Gračac to play for I played also in Zagreb. I've played the first time I came actually was because of Valvashar. I came to play for the Ministry of Psychedelic festival that was happening in Zagreb and around Zagreb. That's how I connected with Croatia first time.
Well, you've been playing chill out, or you've been playing something faster or more?
All of them.
All of them in Croatia. Okay.
I have memories of everything, man. I played a little bit of everything. Some sets were chill out, others more dance floor. I played one time the main floor of Modem. I played trance also on Future Nature. Yeah, I think every festival I play actually both or three or different style of music. I don't remember exactly, but yeah.
But you did a combination of DJ sets and your own as a producer sets.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
Now I did many sets in Croatia, man. Like I would say in between 10 and 15, in between various years in different venues and so yeah. Sometime I remember, for example, for Ministry of Psychedelic, I remember that I played a live set in the club in the alternative center in Zagreb. What is the name? I forgot the name of it's an ex-hospital or something like
Medica.
Medica, exactly.
Yes.
So in Medica I played chill out live set, pure, only my music, and it's actually up in Bandcamp under Ministry of Psychedelic. And then I played, for example, another set in another place that they did a crash party. This was more techno and more DJ, but it's a mix of both. Or more we go toward chill out, more it's my music. More we go toward dance music, more it's mixed because I don't have everything for all the kind of moods.
Okay, and
so it's always hybrid.
That's always good.
Sorry, sir, I cannot provide a very easy answer.
But today I'm going to ask you some questions that are really about that goes in the direction of production, because you are an artist that releases, that has his own podcasts and stuff, and that's very interesting. Because as you know, today's situation with Corona stuff and everything is changing very rapidly. And as you said before, one month before now or 2 months before now, world was going in one direction, and now is changing. So basically, what do you think?
Hopefully it's changing.
Hopefully it's changing. Yes. So you actually before all this, when the world was in this normal old mood, you went quite a lot around the world. I read that you've been on a Burning Man playing on Rainbow Serpent in Australia, and as well I know you are organizer of a Boom Festival.
Not organizer, man. I just work. I'm part of a big team.
Okay. But that's also interesting stuff, because Boom Festival is a huge festival. I think it's the biggest in Europe. I don't know in the world, but definitely a psychedelic trance festival, one of the biggest in Europe. And
it's not anymore a psychedelic trance festival as you would think. It's not anymore the classic format of a festival that is only psychedelic trance. Actually, Boom, it's a big, maybe, I don't know, but it's one of the top 5 psychedelic trance dance floor they have in the world. But 3/4 of the festival is linked to the psychedelic culture in general. It's very wide now. It's very different. The evolution is very big in the last 10 years. of what was Boom before and now, for example. But not only that festival, there is others.
Yes,
this one, yeah.
Yes, but you are a member of a team that organizes Boom Festival. So you could tell us something about that as well. Boom Festival also canceled this year, 2020 festival.
Sure, everybody canceled. There is nobody to build the festival, man. All these international festivals, not only Boom, everything that works in international level, like events, they don't have the manpower. It's not even about the music or the art to present. It's just about the people that can provide the support to the cultural part of the. It's a lot of people, international people from Germany that come down to Pula and vice versa. You go up to Germany. All these travels now they are stopped, and because you need a lot of months of preparation with a pretty serious team to put a festival like Fusion or Boom. It's normal. It's expectable. I was not surprised.
No.
I mean, I received a notification like everybody by newsletter because I'm not being in touch in real time with the people that run the production at the moment. I took care of selecting artists, music for the different stages, but so yeah. And everything is like this.
As a producer, as an artist, how it affects your creativity, this situation now?
There is nothing affecting me so much what happened now, because I already spend a lot of time in studio and on internet to doing stuff since many years. So I just focus more on what I do at home in the studio than it's not very much different of what I was doing this winter. Every winter is, Chillout artists in general, they don't have so many bookings, especially if you think about the market in Europe. There is an interesting market for Chillout in the summer with a lot of festivals. But in the winter, it's mostly only dance party in clubs. So if you don't play music that is danceable enough and sell beer at the bar, you don't get bookings. So what you do, you stay in studio and make music. It's pretty much the rhythm that I had in the many years in the last years. So you travel in the summer and you work in the winter, and you do like 6 months basically. On the road 6 months and not on the road for 6 months.
Okay.
So not a big difference. It didn't affect what I was doing. I just make me go deeper in certain things that I was developing this winter, like Twitch streams and things like this.
And how did it affect this situation to your, let's say, selling your music or having it presented to the public? How you do it? What is your way?
So I use Bandcamp or labels to distribute my music. I don't know about the mainstream distribution, what's going on exactly, but since there is more people that have more time to spend time to do things that they like discovering new music or listening to artists that they are interested in, there is it's improved. I work a lot in internet, so the internet it's up now because of this situation more than ever. So yeah.
I saw your podcasts, actually your video, your live sets on Twitch on your channel, and you do it regularly. The people who are actually busy with producing music in a way you do it, or in halfway you do it, they can learn a lot from watching it on the first place, but also from the other side, you are just except you are sharing your knowledge, you are also making a promotion in a way.
So the project started as more like I started streaming in the late 2018, so more than 15, 16 months ago, and I never planned to have DJ sets or stuff like this in the stream. I was planning to have a super nerdy technical sound experiment. And as you can, if you go to the twitch.tv/Master Margherita, you will read a text. And basically my idea for Twitch was to show my routine in studio, what I'm doing when I'm creating stuff. Sometimes there is, you know, because you're doing the same, there is various tasks to do. One is the creativity part, but then there is a lot of post-production, cleaning, mixing, a lot of technical works also. So I was doing a lot of this video that if you don't know what's going on a little bit on the screen, it's not going to make much sense to you, because it's a niche for already people that know how to use, for example, in my case, Ableton Live 10.
Yeah.
Or VCV rack. And yeah, but now since I just ordered a DJ mixer because I don't have one and I need one for doing DJ sets online. Now there is a possibility to play online with people like the Club Cottage. So let's do it. For me, I'm happy to broadcast. I always liked to do that. I was doing podcast channels for a long time, since 2004. And since 2 years, I am into the more live broadcasting on Twitch, because it's a very good platform to do that. It's very easy. There is all the options that you want. You can monetize. You can keep it free. You do what you want. There is not so many limitations, and it's an interesting growing thing since quite a long time, actually.
And in this way, do you have insight? Where is your fan base? Where people that buys your music are mostly? Are they all around the globe, or is some part
all around the world, man? I see the statistics of Bandcamp. Let me check. I cannot show this on screen, but I can look at it.
I was really curious about that.
Yeah, but it's everywhere. There is people in Europe, in USA, in South America. So in North America, everywhere in America, because America is well. What I would really like to have is people from Central Africa that stream or listen or buy my music. And it's a big void since many years. Maybe with the new album Overtone, something will happen, because where is the top city? I have a thing here, map. Hold on.
Yeah, your new album Overtone. It's a lot of.
The top city, the top 10 cities: Berlin, London, Zurich, Hamburg, Lisbon, Toronto, Tokyo, San Francisco, Munich, Sydney.
Okay.
The top 10, so it's everywhere. And the world map is showing dots everywhere.
So basically, you are now on Bandcamp and you are releasing for your.
Since a long time, man. Since Bandcamp exists, I'm user. I have a page in Bandcamp since 2009 or 2010. We started that long time ago, and yeah, it's the best platform for independent musician or independent music operations, because it's super easy to use and you can monetize if you want or not. It's very easy. And since they have a social network now inside, integrated, so when you buy music, you can be user and create an account and follow labels and receive notification and see what they buy and everything. So it's an interesting dynamic. It's a big niche. Everybody's on Bandcamp now. All the labels: Contact, Ninja Tune, Fela Kuti, what else? All the knitting factory, experimental jazz and things from New York. They are up there. Sun Ra. Everybody, like
even that guy.
Dr. Octagon. If you know who is the Dr. Octagon.
No.
It's big name on hip hop in New York. There is a lot of people. So it's a nice platform.
Yeah.
And for artist pages, the money come direct to without no middleman.
That's great.
Bandcamp take a very little. So when you buy a track somewhere and you pay, now everybody streams, so it's even worse. But let's assume you buy an MP3 or on a Wave 5 somewhere, you pay $1. what I will see at the end, if I have a label in between and the shops and all the middlemen that you need to have, if I see 12.5% of that $1, I am lucky. But because most of the labels don't pay me, not all of them, not Ultimai Records. Actually, now I work with two labels, Ultimai Records and Oshala Records, that they are very, very good on that. But I have a bunch that I'm waiting to see any penny. Never seen.
You've been in your past. You've been on labels like Ministry of Sound, Interchill, Iboga Records.
Yeah, the Ministry of Sound story, for example, I never see nothing from them. I never even received, because they had it's a long story, because I don't remember how we did this, but we share a track with DigiZen in Canada. We exchanged tracks or something, and without asking my permission, the dude went to sell this to Ministry of Sound through the label that at that time was dealing with that. It's a very old compilation from Chillout. I was very happy, but in the same time, it's good. Yeah, it's good for the curriculum to say to people, "Hey, dude, I released on Ministry of Sound." But apart that, everybody got fucked. Beatles, Pink Floyd. At the beginning, everybody got. It's just part of the reality of being a music artist, bands. It's not even anyway.
But I must say, I listened. I bought your LP Border 50, and I told to you as well. And I've been writing an email, you and Ultimate Records, and this experiment shown very good. Actually, I experiment with your LP and comparing to the boards of Canada. Carbon-based life forms and Hammock, and it sounds great. I mean. To have chill-out music on vinyl is great stuff. It's really great stuff. That's maybe just for the guys like I am, but I think there are more guys like I am that would like to have a vinyl, like to put it on a turntable and enjoy in a good sound. So I wish you more of that.
Thank you, sir. But yeah, Ultimai Records works very good with pressing and mastering of vinyl, I think, because. What I learned with them in the last 2 years, I really try to. It's not easy to be able to print a vinyl that sounds good, because there is a lot of people that they are involved in a very sensitive process, and if one of them is not like top, your vinyl is not good. So one of the reasons maybe why the sound of my pressing. It's better than Hammock and carbon-based life form. It could be simply because they didn't press. They didn't had the 100% success on transferring from a digital file audio to the vinyl final product, because there is several steps to get there. And they are very sensitive steps, because it's not like, it's very different than pressing a CD or putting a track up on Bandcamp. That's one of the reasons why Bandcamp is also very popular, because you just do a track, you produce a stereo file, you just be sure that the levels are good and nothing is distorting, and you can upload it on Bandcamp and share it or sell it or whatever. With vinyl, it's not like that. It takes some months. You need to make the mastering, make a test pressing, and then make the correction over the test pressing, make a second test pressing, and then hope that is good. And then if it's good, okay, let's do the glass mastering, and then you can press. So this process it's very nice process, but it's more. It demands also more knowledge. So I guess we delayed because it was supposed to be, the vinyl was supposed to come out with the album. The album release was in December 2018, and the vinyl was supposed to be ready for that date. But because the test pressing at that time were not good, Ultimai delayed the whole album vinyl project of 6 months until they found the right pressing factory to do the right job. And I was not only me, also Martin Non-Static and somebody else was in queue was queuing with me, and they had 3 vinyl releases last summer, I think. When you bought it, more or less when you bought it, it was around summer, no?
I bought it in July. I just checked.
Yeah, so when you bought it, they actually released me, Martin Non-Static, and somebody else, I don't remember. It was 3 vinyl, I think, in 2/8. Yeah.
And
It's interesting, and the sound. If you have a good turntable and good system, and everything is fine, and you keep your vinyl clean, it's for sure it's a complete different experience.
I have a Swiss turntable.
If you could go, for example, if you take a vinyl from, if you take an analog tape recorded from Blue Note Jazz in the 60s, and you send direct this to vinyl, I was speaking with a drummer about this because he was playing jazz and listening only vinyl, and he told me that he had the original recording of certain album in the 60s of Blue Note, which was very good sound at that time, still is, and he told me that the sound of the cymbals was completely different from the digital version to the analog, but because the master that they used to press that vinyl that he was listening was an analog master. In my case, it's not. The master is a digital.
Yeah.
So if I could record, if all the chain of recording production of the track would be analog, and the support that you broadcast this or listen to it in at your house is analog, you would have a much more best sound. More fragile, because the support is much more fragile, but the sound, when everything is optimal, it would be much better, yeah.
And how is to you as a musician, producer, to listen to other people's music? How you can you be, let's say, relaxed about it, or you are immediately critic about it, and how it's to producer to listen to other people's music? That's always interesting to me to hear how.
Oh. It depends what kind of filter I put. If I listen only for pleasure, I just listen ambient music without beats. So anything with beats, I don't listen for pleasure, because I need something that is really minimalistic to open. I don't know how to explain this, but yeah.
What are the artists that?
For when I work for Boom Festival, for example, that we select artists, we are these last few months we were like 4 or 5 people. So I am very open. But if I select for my own DG book to use to listen to play outside, I will be very critic. So if you are testing me, if you drop me something we are somewhere and you drop me something and you tell me what you think, I will be very critic.
Okay, that's good.
So it depends because but yeah, I have my, more you taste of something, more you drink good wine, more you're gonna be picky with good wine. So it's the same with music. And since I know how to do it, the music, I'm very spoiled, no? I know all the trick of the job. So to appeal to me, you need to go somewhere that it brings me. But it's very subjective again, and it's very subjective to the place and to the time also.
And speaking about the time, when you started to produce music, and now, how? I mean, it's obvious that the sound changed, the quality of the sound, but artistically wise, and the sound, the music developed in this year, especially in chill out and psytrance and stuff. Do you agree that it's changed in quality, in better way?
The technology is better. The microphone are better. The speaker are better.
Yeah.
There is a lot more. It's much more easy to do things now. That when I started in the 90s, a part that was costing a lot of money to get proper gear to make anything with electronic music, but part that, yeah, you needed studio. It was not possible to do a 24-track recording on your house because the tape recorder would cost 100,000 euro or 50,000 euro. So
How you were recording in that time?
Look, there is things. If you have the materials, there is example. For example, there is an example from left field, Afro Soul, Afro Left. You know the Afro Left track from left field. There is an EP with 4 versions: Afro Ride, Afro Left, Afro Ride, Afro something else that I don't remember, and then Afro Soul. If you listen to Afro Soul, and I don't tell you nothing, you would not even understand that this was made in '94. Sound like today, and it will sound like today for another 20 years or more. And so
you did it.
I think that the best sound of drums and bass and things like this are done in Blue Note albums of '60s. There is if everybody that start producing music now would go to listen to Blue Note recording in the '60s, whatever it is, the artist doesn't matter, but Blue Note, because they use these studios in New York, they would learn a lot about what is the sound of a good drum or a good bass or you know, sound, because if they listen already an adulterated version of something that is already processed and destroyed through computers processing, nothing left.
Yeah, there is a good documentary about it. I was just seeing it weeks ago about 2 German guys and how they come to the United States actually, and how they start the Blue Note and the love and passion they put in. All the jazz musicians actually recognized and they give them a total freedom to do what they want, and in that way musicians gave them the best response in the music.
Yeah, but it's also because they had the best sound, man. The sound of Blue Note, the recording in the '60s is like amazing, man. The sound. There is example. There is like hundreds of releases of all the major names in the jazz scene at that time.
I read somewhere that you played on Montreux Jazz Festival.
Yeah, I played some. It's not very complicated to play to Montreux Festival, man. You just need to be. If you're living, because I was living near Montreux, studying jazz and playing in bands for a long time, we ended up to play Montreux. I never played the festival in. I played this festival off in many different locations. Yeah, I played Montreux. Yeah.
Bravo, you see.
I play Montreux. I play other fancy festival and venues. I play at the Opera of Zurich. I don't know, Burning Man. Yeah.
So basically, you are a skilled musician, skilled bass player, educated skilled bass player. Just to be.
Yeah, I started with rock and roll and ethnic music. Then went to jazz school, studied jazz and things like that. And then played for a long time only bass before start computers and drum machines and things like this.
In a sense of musicians, it doesn't matter which instrument, but of instrumentalist, what it was the one that made you click that you start that you take the instruments and start to play it, that you want to play instrument. Who gave you the initial spark?
The instrument that gave me the spark, I was playing already playing a few instruments, but until they give me one day somebody give me a bass with jam was okay, but it was not like a mystical revelation or something like this. I don't really know what to tell you, man. I was playing percussion, guitar, a little bit of piano, singing, whatever, but I was never thinking about playing music seriously or just learn an instrument for real. And then they put me a bass in the hands, and we started playing with a guitarist and a drummer that night. And from there, I just continued doing it.
It's interesting because most of the bass players, they always had some instruments before, and then they come to the bass later, and then they stay.
No, not really. I was a big fan of Carlos Santana when I was a teenager. Very big fan, and the first thing that I did was actually DJ when I was 13 or something. The first really thing that I did. And then a lot of singing. But No, there is no instrument before bass. I really like percussion. I would like to be a percussionist also, but yeah, apart that, not really.
And now let's get back to the psychedelic scene. You've been around the globe, so you visited almost all the continents with your as an artist.
Some of them, yeah.
All of them. Do you have some festival or something that it happens that stayed in your mind as a good, nice, positive thing that you can tell us a story, short story?
Yeah, I mean, I was in because the nature of the festival that we in this psychedelic scene, usually the location are pretty amazing. Most of them, at least in the festival that I was. So I had I have a lot of good memories from many festivals. I cannot choose one, but the one I remember most are the where I was on the edge of dying more than anything else. It happened a couple of times, but no, but the location are amazing, man. I was in various places, and in Africa, technically in Africa, I never play anything in Africa, like Africa. I was in Middle East, South America, North America, a little bit of Asia, not so much.
Bali.
That was
You were telling me about the Bali. Actually, you showed me the pictures from Bali. You remember?
That was a good experience.
Yeah,
we had some fun in Bali, but was Bali. I didn't go to play for anyone. I was there for my own, and then things happen. Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, I have a very good memory in Croatia also. I don't really need to go very far away. It's the world is beautiful everywhere, man. There is beautiful spot behind your corner. You don't need to go very far to find something that you don't know, and it's nice.
And now
I don't know what to say. I'm thinking about.
At least you have good memories, because now with this situation, it's not going to be possible so quick to go and travel. So lucky you.
I hope that we can work more local, and because it would be nice to have a more local economy for everything. Like, because since the border will be closed for some time. The border will be closed for some time. I believe that if you have any chances to, for example, let's say where you're living in Pula,
yeah,
you have any chances that the epidemic there goes down enough that you can reopen the restaurant and have some kind of similar social life like before, I don't see how you can work apart only with locals, because you would not have being able to bring anybody from outside. It's too risky. It's all risky situation. Even in the situation of Istria, it can be extremely, like, it could be even that people from Zagreb is not a good idea to have because of the spreading of this kind of thing, no? So I don't know.
But we were talking.
More a local economy for everything would be nice.
So now the big festivals and big international venues are cancelled.
They are all fucked up, man.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, all the whole international festival scene, the events that they're gonna survive now are small events with local people, 300, 400, or 500 people maximum, I would say. But we're gonna have much more of that. It would be nice. It would be nice that instead to have huge, massive gathering with a huge amount of everything generated, that everything is actually clustered out in small pieces, and every artist don't need to go very far from his home to play and earn some living and have fun. For people that you don't need to go to Portugal to have a blast. You can just go out of the door and take the train for 2 stops and you are there. It's a different, I mean, I don't know. Maybe people are, I didn't start to go in psychedelic festival because of party action. I went to play in psychedelic festival the first time because there was the only place where I could play ambient music, because the reality in when we started doing this around the early 90s is that everybody was into, anyway, any club, any venue that has music, they have a bar. If you play music that don't make people drink, or if you bring people to the venue that don't drink, you're not gonna get booked very often, because most of the money from a venue come from the bar, because it's an expensive operation to have a venue. It's not like you need a lot of money for the gear and then the bands, and it's a lot of logistics. You know that, because
Yeah.
so if you want to keep the ticket on a certain level, what to save your budget is the bar, and this is not only for venues, also for festivals.
We have to discover a special frequency which we're going to incorporate in our music that are going to make people drink in Chillout. You've been working.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you about this. I would like that money would not be the thing that we use to share stuff and acquire stuff. It would be nice that the system would work in a different way, but it doesn't. And probably it's not possible to have it working in a different way on a large scale, like a full planet of crazy bastards like us.
Do you think all the situation is going to come back to the old way when it's finished this quarantine day?
So I hope not. I want the quarantine to last forever, so that everybody has a taste of what it means to don't know what is going to happen to you tomorrow, and to start to live a little more day by day, and don't have a plan more than, okay, what I want to do next, or for me was look, for me, I don't know, it's very complicated. There is billions of euros lost everywhere. Who knows what is going to happen exactly? Who knows who is going to have any money to do anything? I have a few thousand euro now, and in a few months I don't know. But yeah, longer it lasts, the more people are going to have time to think about what's going on, and maybe what is going to come out of it, it's a better paradigm, as they say, or a better recipe. I don't know.
So let's hope it lasts a little bit longer, so nothing can come back to the old ways. Because
I don't know, man. It's I was speaking 2 days ago. I was speaking with a friend of mine that is living in Hawaii. He's blocked in Hawaii. They are in lockdown. He's blocked in Hawaii since 1 month with his family. And they work a little bit remote because they are already online guys, but still it's a bit complicated. And he told me that I had already these rumors around me that the smog is really going away, and he confirmed me that there is a lot of pollution disappearing very fast in the last days because of, it's good. If we work more in a locally, we're going to consume, we don't need so many cars around with one people inside driving alone. No? Yeah. I wanted to ask you, how is life in Istria without queue and it's nice, no? You go out of your house, there is no traffic.
Yeah, it's great. Actually, we were just.
You know what I'm talking about traffic and pollution, because you are in Istria. You're living in the worst place in the world for this. You have one road and billions of people coming in from everywhere. So.
Well, I guess this summer we are going to have only for us. It's going to be only for us. And we had the situation when it was war years in the 90s. It was a year or two touristic seasons that no tourist was here. And actually we were enjoying ourselves. So we are all happy. This year we're going to have all the beaches for us, all the nature for us. And we said, okay, we come, because I was just half a year ago thinking like, oh, it's never going to happen again, like in 90s, that you come on the beach and there is no tourist. It's great.
So now, statistically speaking, you know that every 30 years it will happen anyway.
Yes, so it's okay. You have to look at the positive side of the situation anyway. I mean,
because the only thing that we lose at the moment, in theory, is what is going to happen to us in the future and the amount of money that we have in the bank.
yes.
But everything else is super nice because you have time for your family, you have time to do anything, you have time to think, you know, to go around, whatever you want to do. Even have time to find a way to make a new business model for you, to something else, learn a new job, whatever, man.
Yeah. It's a great time. How it's general in Switzerland now with this situation? It's like, do they support artists in some way? Because here there are some initiatives in Croatia about like artists who are registered as an artist to help them in some way. Is there any initiative in Switzerland in this way?
Yeah, there is an initiative for anything. There is a lot of there is the social security system for people that have already a job with they are not freelancing. These guys are already, they have a system in place, and for the freelancer they have initiative. There is various application form that I saw, and I'm preparing now things because of this. But the money is going to run out very fast, man.
Yes.
Because look, in Swiss, for example, I don't know the statistic now, but it's about when you have I think the unemployment is in between 5 and 10% of the population, or 5, I don't know. Long time. I came back to Swiss last year, so I don't know what's really going on this level, but it's very low. And now we have like more than 80% of the working force that is at home receiving some benefits. They cannot pay everybody all the time forever, man. So anyway, it's whatever it is. Maybe there is enough money to do it for a long time. Who knows? But it's a very short-term solution anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need. I don't know, man. Let's see what is gonna happen. But
you have a garden there where you are.
No, I don't have a garden where I am.
But
I could do one, but why?
I mean, to provide you at least the food, like you work in the garden, you provide some food for you.
I mean, if I don't have any money and I need food, I don't know. We'll see when it's coming at that. I can plant stuff, but there is people that are better than me that they can plant stuff. So I was actually, it was interesting because I was, I stayed home for the last 2 weeks and something, and then last Monday I went out, buy everything for another 3 weeks. And in the supermarket, you have the food is there, so there is people that are working now to make that food arriving to us through the suppliers, through the distribution, no? So there is a lot of people working on the food at the moment. So not like before, probably, because not everything is like before. It doesn't seem that I was around and I went in a big one, supermarket, and some products that they were available before the lockdown, they are not anymore. I don't know if because they sell them all, and I don't know why. Maybe it has nothing to do with that. But the situation here is that where I'm living, we are on the south of the Alps, so we are completely separated from the main Switzerland. And we are in the Italian-speaking part of Switzerland, and we are like 300,000 people in this area, and there is 1% of the population that is positive to COVID at the moment. And there is a website where every morning they publish numbers, how many are positive, how many died, and how many they are, how you say in English, Healed.
Yeah.
And the death is getting flatter, the curve, they grow. People are getting better, they go out of hospital, but the the growth of the epidemic is linear since 3 weeks or a bit more. It's 100 people every day, officially, more or less, that get they go positive to it. So, and I don't see that curve going more flatter. It's just going linearly up. It's very, very steady, and this is just the official numbers, because there is probably a little more than that. You can add. It's more or less the same everywhere, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's more or less is the same everywhere. Here as well is like that. I mean, here it's even more coming. Today it was very hot, actually, and we hope with the warmer time it's getting less and less risky with this virus. But we'll see.
But anyway, if you are a carrier or whatever, what do you do? Because it's a funny story. This let's see what is gonna happen, man. I don't know.
There is many theories, conspiracy theories about this COVID.
Yeah, conspire or not conspire, it doesn't matter. Whatever happened, it's the reality of the day by day that is important. Whatever is the reason or what is in behind the scene. If there is somebody that did this in purpose to clean the smog of the earth out of our head, it's a good idea.
Okay.
It's not really important because it's here now, so whatever. The problem is what the fuck is that, and how many time is going to mutate, and how long is going to take us to, you know. I was telling you, because it seems like, so we need to wait that everybody goes positive. Some don't get sick, some will die, and some will develop anticorps. And then we are fine. Everybody's going to be positive to COVID all over the world, and no problem. But to arrive to that point, it's going to take some time. And some people not happy.
Yes. Well, anyway, tonight you're going to have a live set.
Yeah, dubby.
Yes.
I was looking at so I decided to go for dub music and...
all right.
Like the album Dub Surfing. And I was looking at my Tractor just now about that.
Okay, so you call it Tractor Games?
Yeah, it's a new type of game. Since Twitch apparently is only for gamers, you know, like everybody's a gamer now, so everybody's playing some kind of game somewhere. So I found that title last year. I was looking for something new because I had many different series of mixes in my podcast during the year, and why not Tractor Games?
So it's going to be all your stuff, or it's going to be all over the place?
No, I'm not gonna play anything that is not mine on any live stream.
Okay.
That I at least no, because it's for various reasons, but mostly because of copyright control. So if there is any issues about that, and a lot of music, it's anyway nobody have it. So
it's so you have it on you have it. So tonight we're going to hear.
Yeah, I don't give my music to no one anymore since a long time.
Okay,
no one. You can. I can give you what is released. I'm happy to share, but everything that is not released, nobody get it. No one. There is not one exception since a long time.
Okay, so it's going to be exclusive set tonight.
Half of it, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think so.
9 o'clock.
I don't know, but you see any chat from Facebook? You there? You have any? Because usually in a live stream there is a chat going on with people speaking, and we should actually read what they are saying, because maybe there's somebody that's asking questions or stuff.
Wait, so, let me check what's going on. Let me check what's going on. Anyway, tonight at 9 o'clock, you are starting.
TV.
Yeah, Cottage TV. And you're going to go through Twitch platform, and we're going to stream on Twitch platform. So it's very simple. We have one comment saying nice infos.
Thank you, sir, or madam. I don't know.
Oleg says nice infos. And
Oleg is a girl name, eh?
no.
I got you.
So, no, Oleg is a guy. I know him.
I know that is a guy name, but I was just teasing you.
So say hello to Oleg.
Oh, by the way, don't know if this is Croatian, but I travel a lot in Balkans, and I know 3 very important words that can save your life in the Balkans. Is voda, pivo, actually 4. Voda, pivo, schnitzel, shopska.
Oh, well, schnitzel is German word.
I know, but everybody call it schnitzel, even in Italian, man. It's like Marco. You cannot change the name of schnitzel, man. But I use that one because I know that in the Balkans they know what is a schnitzel.
Do you think I would have more success if I would call myself Marco Schnitzel?
No. MGK, it's cool, man.
Okay, more or less.
That's no question. Nobody on the chat of Facebook is.
No,
saying,
we have a comment from Oleg, positive comment from Oleg, and we have likes and hearts. And we have 13 people watching us right now.
Wow.
This is all I see now, and I'm okay. I'm happy for tonight, for 9 o'clock live set, and I'm very curious. I'm going to record it, and then I'm going to play it as mine.
You don't need to record it because the archive will be up on Twitch Kotač for 2 weeks anyway.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, the Twitch system offer you the possibility to keep the archive up for 2 weeks after stream, and then there is various options. You can move it or repost it. There is various of things that. Yeah, guys, you need to learn a little bit about because it's a very good platform for streaming, and I mean. There is a lot in the music section if you like music, but not only because the Twitch social media is started like gamers scene, but now there is a lot of different things in there. It's like YouTube or Facebook in a way, but there is a lot of live streaming. You can learn softwares, watch people draw or interact or whatever. It's an interesting media. A way to deal with things and interact.
And there is another comment now. Respect for the work of the master.
Thank you, sir. Or madam.
Bojan. It's Bojan.
Bojan. So Bojan. It's a sir.
It's very well known party guy and a friend.
I'm pretty sure I know Bojan.
Yeah, I'm sure you know Bojan. And okay.
I actually remember a good one from.
I was waiting for that one. Okay.
A party. So there is a dub club in Zagreb, no? I don't remember the name. It's a bar specialized on dub music. Valvašar put me on the loop because I was living in Croatia for a month when I also visit you in Pula a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I was looking to play around. So the dude Valvašar tell me, yeah, there is this dub bar. You're going to go and play. And usually when you play in a bar, it's terrible because the DJ is always in the wrong spot. It's in the spot where you don't want to be to listen to music. They put the DJ. And you as a DJ, you are really... to play in a bar is not very easy most of the time. It's
always close to the toilet.
Yeah, for various reasons. One of the reasons is that you are in the corner, too much sub bass and things like this. So I arrived to this dub bar. I forgot the name, man. It's in Zagreb. It's still there for sure. And I was expecting a disaster, and I got a crane, a super fancy crane mixer, rotary. The whole sound system was like custom-made patchwork from the owner. The sound was insanely good. I couldn't believe it, man. This was a very good surprise. The specs, the specification of, they send you a tech rider for your next job. And you read the specification in a text, and the specifications are really bad. when you have a little bit of experience in certain things, you know that this specification means but the surprise was very nice, man. I don't remember the name of this venue, but it's still existing now. Somebody maybe in chat can tell me. It's a dub bar.
You have greetings from Oleg from Rijeka. He's from Rijeka. Actually, he's from Pula, but he lives in Rijeka now, so you have greetings from Rijeka. And I know this kind of gigs in a bar, and most of the time DJ set close to the toilet or close or like extension of the bar, with on some beer crates and stuff. I had the experience in some weird places too.
Yeah, that one is not, man. That one you want to go to play to in that. You need to ask Valvashari knows. I don't remember the name. It was some kind of dub nation, dub saloon. Dub something. I don't remember, man. It was like a few years ago.
So you're announcing for tonight a dub set. I'm really curious about your dub set.
Yeah, dub set, fusion dub, I would say.
Okay.
9 o'clock on twitch.tv Club Cottage.
Yes, Cottage is going to. There is an event on Cottage Facebook page, and people will just have to click on the link and going to be with you.
9 o'clock to midnight officially.
Yeah, but you can go even more, you know, like we are not so...
9 o'clock to midnight, I think, is the maximum that I can do at the moment. I need a DJ mixer that will arrive. I ordered it yesterday. I found a very cheap stuff from Vestax, I think.
Vestax.
M4. 100 euro.
Ah, wow.
Well, you just need to mix the channel at home. It doesn't need to do anything. But I need the external mixer because I use the setup that I use with Tractor. This controller.
I know it.
Exactly. And this controller is. I use this controller because I have an external mixer usually. I don't use the internal mixer. So it's kind of a problem at the moment. It's like stunt a little bit tonight. Because the mixer section of my Tractor is not really easy to access with only a mouse and a couple of control.
Yeah.
But it's funny. Yeah, dub music. Yeah.
Okay.
140 BPM, I think. I will start a little bit. I will start a little bit softer. And then I go a little bit more, energy, but I will keep it really relaxed.
Yeah, it's Saturday, and people are used to the old world. Saturday, people go out and dance and have fun and stuff. So like.
But the good thing with this kind of live streaming situation is that because everybody is in his own comfort zone. When you drop in a channel that is live, you just choose what you want for the mood that you want. It's like a TV, no? It's the same like a TV, but the difference is that instead to watch a TV that you don't have any interaction with it, or you cannot even tell the people to shut up, with the streamers in live, you have a chat room that you can interact with the people. And there is a lot of levels of interaction. I saw streaming where the user watching, they are completely controlling what the streamer must do. There is all sort of application and overlay on Twitch. It's very interesting. There is a lot of combination possible. So when you listen, I can play with silence. There is one thing that is possible to do with this kind of live streaming is that I can play with silence because the people in the other side, they will have a good quality sound. So I can play much more subtle than if I would be in an outdoor party where I have a lot of background noise for various reasons. So it's a very different... you can actually, play more of the track because when you play outside in parties, you need to keep the energy on a certain level all the time. And so many times half of the track is not played because you just want a certain section of it. In this kind of live stream, you can do that if you want, but you can also choose a flow where it's more relaxed, or you can mix both, which is more or less what I do. I just follow a little bit the energy of the track and the music and sometimes go up and down. Yeah.
Great, super.
Especially on psychedelic trance, when I play, I had this feedback from a few friends, DJs and people that listen to me. I like to go, because I like a lot of different mix of dark progressive, for example, but I don't like so much to stay on one color too long. So I always go up and down, up and down. It's like a wave that goes up and down. And I go from sound that they are more melodic and organic, and then slowly going into inside darkness and industrial, and then I come back. I don't stay in one color. So I do the same tonight. The idea it's
okay.
Part of
you gave now a recipe for a good trip with the music, which is always like combining styles and combining the flavors and combining colors. So it's not like just flat line, and well,
it depends, man, because sometimes it's good to have a very stable energy with a very precise delivery of frequencies and rhythms. Another time it's also good to be eclectic. Ideally, as a listener, as a people that listen to somebody perform, bands or DJs, more you are open-minded, more you are ready for a surprise, better is gonna be your experience. If you have too much expectation, you might be disappointed. And with me, it's better to not have too much expectation because I can be unpredictable.
Oh.
Or if you are looking for something, I might not give you what you were looking for. So, I don't know what to say. So it's an interesting card because you can be eclectic, but it can be played in the two sides. You can be very homogeneous, like focus on one color, or you can go. But it depends a lot of the mood. So because I am live streaming, I will be on chat, by the way, on Twitch. Because it's the only way to have feedbacks from people is because they are not there to smile to you or to tell you I hate you. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah.
So the only real-time connection that you have in this kind of live stream is the chat room. And I will be streaming on the cottage tonight, but I will be chatting as Master Margherita because it's possible.
Great. I will say hello now to you and to all the people who are watching us. And we have appointment at 9 o'clock. We have to prepare stuff. So now we are going to eat, take a shower, make technical things, and see you at 9 o'clock with your live set.
Yes. See you later, guys. And
thanks.
And
Ciao. Aliens.
Bye.
Bye. Pozdrav svima. Ćao.